Hello everybody and welcome back to Manor Lords, where we're getting very close here to the end of this series. Eventually, we'll get this completed. But we're not quite there yet. We are, of course, heading out to get this field done, but we need to get these burgage plots upgraded. Now, we've got the food stall supply, we're just waiting on the clothing. And that should, in theory, come through here fairly soon. Now, it is April at this time, and unfortunately, this field is not as done as it should be. Now, over here in Newslow, we're still working on a fair amount of our plantings as well. In Waldbrand, there's these two. They are slow, of course, because of they're just using the oxen. So it's a little unfortunate, but it's probably fine. Now, Waldbrand is a little low on fuel, but we did put in a second woodcutter's lodge here, and I expect this to be relatively fine. Now, down here in Eichenau, things are definitely improving. No problems here. I like it. Immenruth, things are absolutely fine. Up in Newslow, things are a bit low on the amount of wealth, actually. Why is that the case? Why is the wealth so low here? We're working on exporting roof tiles, and iron slabs, and yarn, and charcoal. In fact, I'm not going to trade charcoal anymore. And we're not importing anything. So we should be building up regional wealth here, in theory. We'll see if that ends up being the case, but let's head on over to Selbitz. This is, of course, where we're interested in, and we need that clothing stall supply to be coming through here. Now, we just got ourselves, well, we've got 50 gambesons here right now. We're also exporting wax here. We're looking to import in whatever dye we can, also some clothing. So we'll see if that ends up being a thing. With any luck, we will have the clothing to get these upgraded fairly soon. That's the hope, anyway. So this is a brewery up over here. That seems fine for now. These level 2 burgage plots, we still need clothing stall supply. So we will get there eventually. I'm pretty sure. Going home, waiting and waiting. Yeah, we're probably just lacking the dyes at this point, to be honest. Okay. So plus 2 gold here. Yeah, we're only at 22 regional wealth here in Selbitz. So the regional wealth is certainly a bit of a problem. And I would like to put more families into the trading post, ideally. Maybe pull a family out of the Weaver's Workshop and put it into the trading post. There's some dyes coming in. I like it. That is fantastic. That'll mean that our tailors can be put to work. So we're cruising forward here. It's currently April. We don't have too much more to do until the harvest. So we're going to continue to cruise forward and just watch for the ability to upgrade some of these. That is our only real goal at this point. We need lots of types of food, which we do have some. And that'll be fine. I'm wondering about our pop growth here. Yeah, we're going to have some pop growth, for sure. Okay. So we are at 31 gold at this moment. It is now, of course, May, and all of our fields should be fully sown and ready to go, with the possible exception of this down here. Yeah, I mean, this flax field is sown. We are still very slowly plowing this field. This is the problem with oxen. They don't take very efficient paths, and they end up idling a lot of villagers because when there's an ox in a field, villagers will not plow that field. So you end up having very long plow times, even though your overall plow time per villager is way higher. It's kind of strange. No doubt about that. Well, let's hop up back to Selbitz, and we'll check in on what we've got going on here. So clothing stall supply is not fantastic up here yet. That's noted. Okay, just checking through all of these to see if any of them have that sweet clothing stall supply, and the answer is no. None of them do. So I'm wondering, in the storage right now, we do have 10 dyes up in storage. Do we have enough linen? We might be lacking the linen here. I'm betting that's what's going on. Yeah, we don't have the linen for it at this moment. We made a bunch of gambesons. The weavers here are transporting, going home. Okay. So the weavers do have some amount of goods that they're working on. But we need to get some flax going, for sure. So this may not be a this year thing, although we do have clothing coming in here in theory. That's another 4 dye that came in. What is our current goal quantity of dyes? 20? Okay. That's fine for now. I'm also fine with potentially exporting firewood as long as we keep around somewhere like 200. So that'll be okay. Let's put an additional family into the trading post. There we go. And that all looks good for now. Cool. So that's more dyes coming in, and very soon now... Indeed, that is definitely more dyes coming in. Very soon now we're going to be maxed out on our dyes. So that seems okay. If we go into the crafting materials here, yeah, we've got 20 dyes. So that seems great. I want to check in on our other villages, make sure we don't have major issues. Nuslo is at 3 months of food right now. Well, that is long enough to last until the harvest. We do have hunting. We do have berries down over here. Indeed. So I think that should be fine for the moment. Yeah, we don't have any bread right now. Presumably the windmill is... Yeah, these guys are all just waiting. That's not shocking at this moment. So that is reasonably fine. Now we do have a second farmhouse up over here. And the idea was that we were going to have additional families that help work out in that farmhouse. So let's build some additional burgages here because, you know, this is definitely going to not harm our food situation at all. And we're going to build 8 burgage plots, something kind of like, I think this is reasonably fine. So we'll get that going. Cool. Okay. So now we're going to continue to cruise forward here. And here in Selbitz, we should be maxed out on our dyes, so no issue there. We could bring in a horse here, but I don't think I want to do that for right now. So I think for the moment, what we're interested in doing right now is potentially establishing a trade route for clothing. I don't know, maybe not. It would, in theory, cost us 60 gold just to get our 10 clothing. And actually, there went 60 gold. That might be us heading out to get our 10 clothing. Be very happy if that was the case. Cool. So, let's see what we've got here. Yeah, lack of clothing stall supply for all of these is reasonably expected. So, that is understood for the moment. We're definitely waiting for clothes to come in here. In this storehouse, we don't have any clothing, and I'm betting these clothing stalls, yeah, there's not all that much going on here. We do have a little bit of linen in this clothing stall, so that's a thing. High saving. Excellent. So let's just continue to cruise forward for right now. We are building this burgage plot, and I do want to check in over here in Nuslo and see how these constructions are going. The answer is slowly. Okay, we're definitely making some progress, though. So these families, the idea is they're going to go into this farmhouse. We are just waiting on construction in some of these areas. I'm a little surprised that we're not actually building this. We've transported a lot of the goods. But, okay. Sure. So back over to Selbitz we go. We see we've got 74 gold at this time. The question is, do we have clothing stall supply coming through yet? And the answer to that is no. I don't actually want that pinned open. So do we have clothing stall supply coming through yet here? The answer is no. We're probably going to have to wait for the flax, but we have built up some amount of dyes. We may actually want to set our dye target to be a little bit closer to, like, 50. Okay. So we'll do that for now. And the question is, when is that dye going to come in? Why do we have vegetables in here anyway? We're importing vegetables, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay. That is noted. So that's fine. I don't mind that. We just need our food varieties, right? So that is okay. I'm definitely interested in getting these upgraded, but that clothing stall supply and food variety is hurting us a little bit. No doubt about that. So we could put an extra family in the malt house, and I don't mind that, really. We do have 42 malt in there right now. Maybe not in the malt house, actually. The windmill, we probably don't need one in. We could just put one in the apiaries, and I think that's a good idea, actually. I think that's probably where those were intended to go, but I don't explicitly remember. It is currently July, so we do have a fair amount of grow time left. So that seems decent. And the question is, when is this clothing stall supply going to be a thing? Well, the answer to that is hopefully eventually. Checking in on the trading post here. Yeah, we aren't really getting any clothing in, or if we are, it's getting instantly consumed. So that is certainly noted. Yeah, I'm not seeing any clothing stall supply coming in here right now. So that is fine for the moment. I do want to get additional families into the apiaries. We can grow this by an additional 1. So we actually should have 1 more burgage here. Something about like that. Cool. We'll get that going. Because we need an additional family in this apiary and an additional family in this apiary, in theory. So that'll be relatively fine here. I don't know how to make candles yet. That is definitely something that we should probably figure out. Apiaries make wax. There must be a way to make candles, though. So this is a tailor shop right now. This could be, let's see. We've got a cobbler's workshop, a bakery, blacksmith, brewery, joiner, tailor, armorer, and fletcher. That doesn't seem to be a way to make candles. So that's definitely noted. Let's just check through all of these. There might not be a way to do that yet. Candles might not be fully implemented. I don't see a way for that as of right now. Okay, now it is September. So that, of course, means the harvest has begun. So I want these guys to be designated to be in an instead of an unlimited work area. Oh, hello. I want them to be down over here. Okay, they're going to be in this work area. And this field is going to be barley at 45, barley at 39, barley at 44. These are pretty good barley numbers. We're going to go wheat here, wheat here, wheat here, wheat here, and wheat here. So they're going to get started on that plow immediately. These guys up over here, they're going to finish this up, and this will be replanted. This is going to be fallow this year. So that's noted. I want 3 families into this farmhouse, and not all of these are fully moved into yet, but we can certainly send this other family out into this field, and we can be looking for 4 additional. Like that. So that'll be fine for now. And we're just going to hop on down to Immenruth here, up over here, there we go. And this is going to end up being 57 and 23, 64 here and 23 here. Okay, let's let this field, or these 2 fields, rather, finish up. And Immenruth is going to be done very early, as usual. We don't do a lot of land cultivation here, so that is fine. And this field is going to be fallow here. No crop rotation, thank you. And this field here is also going to be fallow. Okay, so Immenruth is now done and good to go. Down over here, we're going to need to mark all of these. So this is going to be wheat. This is not very good fertility out over here, but that's normal. And this is going to be wheat. These 3 are probably going to be barley, if I remember correctly. Yes, that is all true. Fantastic. Now, out over here, the back fields, I believe, are barley. Yes. So the back 2 fields are barley, and the front 2 fields are wheat. It's not ideal necessarily, but it'll do. Over here in Waldbrand, of course, this year is going to be fallow. This is going to be replanted, and this is going to be planted. So that is fine. We'll set this as rye. This is going to be rye as well. This field is going to be wheat. Down here would be rye. This would be rye. And this is going to be barley. Sure. That seems okay. So this out here will, of course, be fallow, and this will be fallow. So these guys are currently on an unlimited work area. We want to limit them to working on fields in this radius. Okay, so that looks good for now. Out over this direction, of course, we are going to have these fields get set up. So barley at 62 is really nice. 66 here. We'll put this at wheat. 67 for barley. 78 for barley. 79 for barley. Okay, this is a lot of barley. Let's put in wheat here, and then these two fields I'm actually going to make be wheat. Okay. Something kind of like that. This field here is now done being harvested. We're going to mark that as fallow. But I want to pop back up over this direction, and we're going to have these get set up. So this is going to be a wheat field. This is going to be a wheat field. This is going to be a wheat field. This is going to be the flax field. One of these should be barley. 12%, 24, and 29. So this backfield would be barley. That looks good. Of course, nothing to be done up in Hofstetten. And over here, we're making good progress on the harvest this time. That looks good. This is going to end up being wheat in the front fields and barley in the back fields, as usual. With flax being out over here. So this will be fallow, and then we'll get all of this done. Cool. So that looks fine for now. We're getting all of that started. Wonderful. So these out here, of course, they're going to be fallow. There we go. And we're just going to have to wait for a number of these to finish up. Fallow here. This field is currently not set to fallow, but it will be very shortly. I don't know who's assigned to this little bit of wheat here. Waldbrand is running out of fuel. Okay, there we go. So we're going to have that be set to fallow. Eichenau still has some additional work to be done, of course, but we need to check in up over here because there's a bunch of these that are going to need to be set to fallow, but that's actually not ready yet. So this out over here is going to be replanted. The best option is wheat. This is going to be replanted as flax. Okay. And the harvest continues. Cool. I want to check up in Newslow. We, of course, know that these fields are going to be fallow. Right? No, these are going to be fallow. These are going to be planted. So they're already working on that harvest. That's going okay, but we should definitely set this to wheat. This is going to be wheat. This is going to be wheat. Flax here, of all things. This is going to be flax as well. This will be wheat, and then we need these two. Okay, let's let those finish up, and then we'll check in on some other locations. This is going to be flax, and we are still working up over here. Everybody left this field. Early harvest it, please. Get up here. Okay, we're saving. There's still 5 wheat up in this field, so I want to get this field. I wish everyone hadn't have left it, but let's check in out over here. So all of these are going to be fallow. We're just working on getting that harvest completed. Cool. Out over here, we need to make sure that all of these fields are set to fallow. We're going to be hauling over here for a little bit, and then we're going to start in out over this way. Cool. In Goldhof here, all of these should definitely be marked as fallow. And we should be getting started down here. And then here, there's probably a couple that need to be marked as fallow. Yeah, all of these will be fallow, but they're not fully harvested just yet. Okay, down over this way. I'm going to burn what remains here. There's nothing remaining, so that seems fine. Fallow, 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 and fallow. So Eichenau on this side is done. We are almost done out over here as well. Okay. This field has nothing remaining. Let's get rid of the rest and fallow it. Perfect. So that's Ica now completed, Im and Ruth completed, and we still need to do some additional work over here in Waldbrand. So these are going to be replanted, right? So 38, 39, I believe those were already done. This barley can be rye this next year. Flax can go here. This is going to end up being flax. This field is going to be barley, and we've still got some additional harvesting happening here. Now, out over this way, these are all going to be fallow. So that seems good, and we'll make these guys be global workers as soon as they are done with these last couple of harvests here. Cool. I'm not sure where they're going right now. Looks like they are working on hauling some of the field here. Nothing stored inside. They're just kind of chilling. Okay. I'm not sure what they're up to there. This field still has 3 grain in it, and I don't know where this ox is going. Where are you going, buddy? Everything's fallow out over here. I'm not sure what you're doing. We've got both oxen up over here. Okay. It's very awkward. So this is all going to be set up soon. Let's see here. One of these was not done yet, and it's this one. And this field as well. This field should definitely be changed over to, like, barley here. That looks good. And these still need to be worked on. Cool. So we're making good progress here on getting this all completed. We know that Waldbrand is done. Out over here, this field is barley. We're going to mark that as fallow. This is going to be fallow as well. All of these up over here are going to be. So Zawao is now completed. That looks good. Out over here, we've got a couple of fields left to finish the harvest in. So that is being worked on. Over in Newslow, we need to set all of these to fallow. Beautiful. So those are already set up as fallow up over there. So we've just got these 2 fields that are still being worked on. Cool. And we're done in cell bits at this point too. So that looks fine. No more manual work required over there. So let's just let this all finish up. Cool. This field should be set to fallow. There we go. And the royal tax is increased. Goldoff is running out of food apparently, but that should be done very shortly here. Okay. 1 wheat left in this field. Now there's 0. Okay. Let's get rid of that and set this over to fallow. I don't want to waste any plow time over here. Now these guys should be set over to an unlimited work area, and they can just help out globally at this point. There we go. Excellent. So now over here, I want to make sure these guys are a limited work area. These are a limited work area. Yes, that all looks correct. Let's make sure that these are reasonable levels of fertility. Is 18 really the best we've got here? It is. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're still waiting on harvesting some of this barley here. Come on down here, guys. I really want to get this barley harvested. Okay. They got some of it harvested, anyway. Emphasis on some. Okay, these guys are coming over to finish it. Let's burn the rest. There's not any barley there. So this is going to end up being wheat, and that seems good. So I think at this point, everything in Ica now is completed. Yes, everything in Waldbrand should be good to go. Everything in Zawao should be good to go as well. Everything in Immenruth is fine. Up in Newslow, I believe we do have a couple of fields here. Okay. Let's make this one be fallow. This one is fallow. Any other fields here? No. So now we're going to have these guys go into an unlimited work area, and these guys go into an unlimited work area. Sounds good. This farmhouse up over here is working, and we're plowing down here as well. Okay, so that should be Newslow done. Selbits should be good to go. Yes. And Goldhoff is in progress as well. Okay, we're currently running out of food here. Actually, we're running out of fuel here. Noted. So we've got this woodcutter's lodge over here. I think it should be relatively fine. No one's working in this forester hut. Let's get 2 families working in that forester hut, and that'll be okay for the moment. We might want to consider changing the position of some of this a little later on, but for now, I'm going to leave that be. Okay, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to get all of this plowing and sowing completed, hopefully within the next couple of months here. I think we should be able to pull it off. Hopefully. Fingers crossed on that. And we should also, hopefully, be ending this series very, very soon. Actually, hang on. This burgage can be upgraded right now. Do it. Can we do any others? Not this one. Not this one. No. 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 Yes. We can upgrade this one. We only need 1 more. Okay. We can't actually do another one, but that is a really good sign right there. That is an incredibly good sign. We got 2 completed. We've got 1 to go. I think next episode will be the final. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.